Welcome back to Oakhill, everyone. The carrots and soybeans aren't ready to harvest yet, so we are cracking on with prepping the fields for next year. Whether we do it next year or not on here is a different question, but we don't want to leave the farm a mess when we finish, so we'll get everything ready. I prefer to get the fertilization done before I plant everything if I can, so we're starting off with spreading some manure on field 55. So I've set course plate off with the roller in field 55 now. And we are refilling the muck spreader ready for next time. Actually no, I believe I have the case running on course play and it's come back over here to be refilled. I'm trying some different stuff at the moment with how I run things on the farm, so that we can get more done quickly. It's the next morning. We have a load of 16 cows to sell off. So 57,000 nearly for that. It gives us enough to buy a full load, spending a little bit of our own money. We're getting close now to the point where we should have been buying full loads with this trailer to sell, and we can really start making a bit of profit. It would be nice to start making money before I end this series. Giving the cows a bit of TMR before we head down to field 75 next. I'm going to be spreading slurry on here. Quite a big field. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough slurry to get this done or not. That first load really didn't last very long. We're going to get through a lot doing this field. Second load gone. That tanker holds about 3.5 loads, I think. So that's all the slurry we've got used up at the moment. I'm picking up a cultivator. This Cousins one is a fairly good price for a 5-meter cultivator. And I have to give it a quick repair when we get back to the farm, and then we'll crack on with cultivating some of the fields that we've made a start on fertilizing. So field 55 has been fertilised twice already with manure and then being rolled. Once we've cultivated it, I can fertilise it again before we then plant some crops. I watched the video for the FS22 new build system yesterday, I think it was. Man, that looks good. Completely changes how you do stuff with building and trees and painting and everything in the game. It looks really good. Works really well with the first series that I've got planned for FS22. Nice view back across the cattle yard there. Build 55, we are almost done. I know it's slightly unrealistic having to drive over the cultivated bit, but changing direction in here is so much more sensible, and it's not that much of the field we're driving on. I want to start the headlands by the gate so we can just drive straight out of the field once we're done. Really stormy here today. Had to shut the windows so the wind noise doesn't come through. Not nice out, which is annoying because I was supposed to be running 20 miles today instead of I'm recording a voiceover because the weather's crap. Down to field 70 now. Stick this on course play and we're going to grab the subsoiler to sort out the section that had the trees over it before that we removed earlier in the year, because that needs ploughing and the subsoiler is our plough. I guess that was another one of the interesting things that came out of FS22 is things like cultivators and disc harrows will have different effects on the soil, and I wonder whether subsoilers and ploughs will be the same. But the example they gave was if you disc harrow the soil, you can do it quicker, you can move quicker over the ground, but the weeds will come through sooner than if you cultivated. We had a bunch of silage bales down here from the last time we cut this grass, so I'm just going to move those up to the farm. These fields are technically ready to cut, I just don't have the time at the moment with all the other things we're trying to get done, and I've done a lot of grass work lately, so I'm going to let them grow a bit and we'll probably cut them later into autumn. Just finishing up this last bit of headland now. And next, to totally contradict myself on having lots of things to do, I'm actually going to go off and do a bit of contractoring to raise some cash. I've done the first couple of contracts to pay for a pallet fertilizer because we couldn't afford one before and we need more fertilizer. I also realised when I went to the shop that I'd had the game stuck on dollars because I'd been playing about on West Texas before. On my West Texas video that's coming out after this, I think, you'll see that I had that on pounds for most of the video. Expect this to be a reoccurring theme. Something I have found on this map is some of the fertilising contracts won't actually let you fertilise the field, which is kind of annoying. I had to throw away a couple of fairly big contracts, and there aren't many big contracts on this map. So we made about £32,000 in profit out of clearing those contracts off. I couldn't be bothered to go over to field 121 to do the last one. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. If you liked the video, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I'll catch you next time.